This idea of what therefore God hath joined together, yes. Let not man put asunder. Oh, now, as the individual known as the respondent, yes, that was there in Kosovo and did vow during the marriage ceremony in front of 160 individuals that had just gone through a war, yes. hmm hmm I thought it was very important that when I make a commitment to my spouse, yes, that we would be married for the rest of our lives. Oh. Now, I had no intention of ever divorcing my wife. Now, we did go through some difficult times. We went through a foreclosure. There's some documents there. Yes. And we did move to Vancouver for Jessica to go to Washington State School for the Blind. Yes. And then when we lost our house to foreclosure, we moved to Airway Heights and we had a very nice house that we were house sitting. Yep. And then we moved to Guam. Now, you decided to dissolve the marriage, and the marriage was a marriage certificate from the United Nations? Yes. Without me getting actual notice of any of the court hearings, because you wanted to say I was crazy. And the whole thought was, well, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing for the last 7 years and 8 months. Now, my thought is, I'm going to want to divorce my wife, and I think the actual jurisdiction is the United Nations. I did provide you a copy of the family law of the United Nations. I provided that to you? Yes. And then you didn't give me a copy of the dissolution of marriage, and then I found out that you issued two of them. Well, I would say that I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue every oath of office in the United States that has any knowledge of this crime. Yeah. And then I'm going to sue each and every one of you that happens to be an attorney that has an attorney oath, yes, or an attorney oath of admission, yes. And then for every judge elected to each and every county court, yes, I'm going to sue you. Oh, oh, oh. And then all the Supreme Court justices in each and every state, I'm going to sue you. Now, I have emailed the Washington State Supreme Court for the last 3.5 years. Yeah. I've actually documented forgery and fraud. Yes. Well, on Saturday, I found out that you decided to issue two dissolutions of marriage using the court system. Yeah. So that every time I try to get a job or I tried to get housing or I tried to get anything, yes, you'd just say I was crazy. But I actually did give you screen prints of the two different registration numbers. Now, if I looked at each and every county of the state of Washington and all the Superior Court judges that got elected to office, that they all swore, yes, they would support and defend the United States Constitution, the state constitution, and the state law. Because I emailed all the judges in the court directory. Yes. In fact, I emailed every sheriff in every county of the state of Washington. Your wives are on Section 8 housing. I have plenty of money to build new properties to be able to house your spouses. Yes, when you go to prison. Oh, oh. Now I know you're used to using that badge to enrich yourself at the suffering of those that are American citizens. But I'm going to want all your assets of every oath of office and the state legislature. Oh, and then each and every state that said, well, we have no obligation. I want to know the actual ownership of every HUD property, yes, the signatures, and all the personal information of every applicant for all subsidized housing, yes. And then I want to know what available housing it is for your spouses, yes, that are going to lose their assets because I'm going to sue you, yes. Now, this thought that you would dissolve my marriage, I want to know how much available housing there is in the United States. Because I think we're going to have to build some more. Now, of course, I'll put my innovations in it. Yes. If it's able to produce electricity, yes. I'll put hot roof technology on there. Yes, we will. If it's able to produce water, steam, or anything else of value, yes, I will sue to have installed in all HUD properties right now. Anything and everything that will enrich myself, yes, at the expense of every form of government of this great nation. Now, when we look at it, okay, I'm going to want my sons today. Yes. And then that court system in the United States of America, for every judge, I told you right now, you can say